The European Union has agreed to try to channel more aid to Africa to help it cope with the coronavirus pandemic. After chairing a ministerial video conference Friday, EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrel said it is in Europe's best interest to support the continent.
Of particular concern to us. They are our neighbors, and the pandemic there could get out of control very rapidly. Unhappily, they don't have the same healthcare capacity that we have in Europe. Just remember that in Europe we have about 37 doctors per 10,000 inhabitants. And in Africa they have 1 doctor for 10,000 inhabitants. If you compare the number of beds in the hospitals, you compare the number of intensive healthcare units, the difference is overwhelming. So it's clear that the same threat can cause very much damage in Africa than in Europe. We have to help Africa in our own interest, because if the pandemic spreads there, it will come back to Europe.
He warned of the added fallout from the disease in countries where heavy fighting is ongoing, like in Libya, Syria and Yemen, saying that it amounts to, quote, 2 conflicts at the same time, end of quote. EU development ministers are due to hold talks next Wednesday. They are expected to discuss ways to create a package to try to help countries in a more fragile situation than Europe, Borrell said. Globally, confirmed infections have surpassed 1 million and deaths have topped 54,000, according to Johns Hopkins University.